not sleep for the life of me because of all the traffic. I don't know how he does it. So this would have been ideal had I known about these. These are little earplugs that are gonna cancel out all the loud noises that are around us. Maybe it's because you live on a busy street, or maybe it's because, you know, so many people just play their music too loud. Maybe it's because you're going to a rock concert and, you know, it's just too much for you. There's all kinds of reasons why these, by just slipping them in your ears, and there's a couple different sizes, so they're gonna custom fit, and they do come with a neck cord, so you can always keep track of them. But they're gonna really help reduce all the glaring, obnoxious noises that, quite frankly, can damage our eardrums over time.
Exactly right.
Joe Harrison is here to go through it. This is an awesome buy on these, by the way.
It's fantastic. The best price you're gonna be able to find them. And I love that we're in a healthy hour, because this is truly going to, it could potentially save your ears. The way it happens, really our modern world is so loud, a lot louder than our ears were designed for. And do you ever get to an event where you're at a place, you're like, wow, it's so loud, my ears are ringing. When you get to that ringing stage, you're causing damage to your ears. And Callie, that damage, you can't reverse it. Once the damage is done, and that is it. So what the Vibe team has done, they've created a way that you can still enjoy the environment, because it reduces the amount of audio that's going to your ears, you're going to your eardrum. So as you slide this into your ear, there's actually a little canal that's built right in the middle of this, so it reduces up to 22 decibels of sound. Wow. That goes from a rock stadium to a quiet, just evening at home, listening to your music. So it still allows that sound to go right through. It's small, it's discreet, but more importantly, you're no longer in that danger zone, because we've reduced it now by 22 decibels. Because every time you're at something at 100 decibels, in just 15 minutes, you've caused permanent damage to your ears. So there's this
That's kind of horrifying.
There's a lot of football stadiums a lot of us go to. There was one in Seattle where they were so proud how loud it is. And they would run the chart, and it'd say 120 decibels. If you're there for 3 hours listening to 120 decibels, that is permanent damage that you're doing. That's right. But now you think about, you're reducing this by 22 decibels. Now you've enjoyed the football game, but you've reduced it to a safe level.
I sure would have enjoyed these on the late night flight I took home with the crying baby.
Exactly.
1 row above me. I mean, seriously. And you get, by the way, not one set, you get 2 sets, 2 pair, and you're getting the neck chain, or the neck cord, 2 neck cords. This would be, and it is anywhere here, but here, $53.98. So to do this at under $40, and these are new. This isn't something like something from last year. It's brand new, first time being seen on HSN at this special price. It is the lowest price anywhere. You can do a flex of only 20 bucks to get these delivered and try them out. And there you see it, there's the breakdown. So you'd be spending close to $50 just for the set of 2 of the HiFidelity earplugs from Vibes. It's a brand in the business that's been around for a long time.
Well, that's the great thing about it, is like, you know, there are things that we want to enjoy. A lot of times when you think about reducing the noise in our area, you get those foamy earplugs. Well, those are designed to completely eliminate the sound. Or Callie, get those big over-the-head noise canceling headphones, and those sometimes are hundreds of dollars. These are small, these are discreet. These have the little white foam tips you're seeing right there, 3 different sizes, so small, medium, large, and it's not a one-time use and throw it away. You use this over and over and over again. That's why we give you the case, so you can tuck it in your purse, put it in your pocket, you have it whenever you need it. And then we also give you the neck brace the neck loop to be able to hold it just whenever you need it. You've got that opportunity right there. Even for movie theaters, my wife and I went to go see the biggest movie of the year, and she wanted to go see it in the loudest theater they have. Holy moly, was that so loud.
Was it really?
I didn't have my Vibes yet, but then my dad came to visit. My dad wanted to see the same movie.
And you knew.
I took my Vibes in the same theater. It was such a better experience.
I bet it was.
Because you don't have this,
hear.
oh, you can still perfectly hear, but the thing is, you don't have this loud sound pounding your ears, and once you have that damage, Callie, you can't reverse it. You have that damage forever.
So that means like one great rock concert, which I'm sure is awesome to be in the environment, but to leave, and it's happened to me, where your ears are ringing.
You have headaches from it.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's a rock concert or, like you said, the big stadiums. We all know those football stadiums where it's like, that's part of the whole like appeal is to like, see how loud you can get that noise meter to go. But boy, you walk away with permanent damage. Was it really worth it?
No, absolutely not. And the thing is, these are not something big and something cumbersome.
No.
I've had mine in my ear the entire time. You guys haven't seen it. It's just tucked in right there. It still allows me to hear Callie. I can still hear my work environment. But the thing is, it's reduced the sound. It doesn't eliminate the sound. It reduces it by 22 decibels. And that's important because the Vibe team, they wanted to come out with something that still allows you to experience. Like, you still want to experience that movie theater. You still want to experience that rock concert. You still want to experience that football game. Or, you know, for my wife, it's her fitness class where the woman is screaming in a microphone. You still want to be able to enjoy it. It's fitting comfortably in my ear, but it's reduced it by 22 decibels. And especially if you're a kid, if you're a teenager, like I went to the Ohio State University, big party school. The Ohio State University. It had a lot of concerts. They had a lot of loud things. I know I've caused damage. I used to be a DJ before I came to do this, and you're always cranking. And when you start reading the statistics, it says around 40% of teenagers and young adults from 12 to 35, they expose themselves to damaging levels of sound at entertainment venues. That's what we want to do. We want to go to be entertained, and they crank up that audio. And just at 100 decibels, which is typically how loud football stadiums and bars and clubs are, 15 minutes is all it takes to cause permanent damage at 100 decibels. This will reduce that 100 decibel down to 78 decibels, which won't cause any damage. And when you expose yourself to those loud and those really loud sounds you're hearing, it's the damage that is now irreversible.
I remember being concerned when my son was, younger, and now he's a musician. By the way, which reminds me, I was out there for his first performance since he had surgery in November, and it was really great to see him back up on stage. And he played at this festival, and the guy right before him, he's like, "Well, I'm here to do my soft music today because I just got done with a rock tour." He was so loud. I had to walk out of the area. It was so loud. How ironic that I'm here to offer these today, because I was literally like, oh my gosh, I was so glad when he was done.
Oh, it's perfect. I know sometimes you're like, that was a great experience, and man, I'm still feeling it. You walk away, your head's ringing, your ears ringing.
It's like throbbing almost.
Yeah, you feel that. And that's the thing about, the Vibe team. They wanted you to be able to still experience that. With this design, we're not muting the sound and getting rid of the sound.
No, that's
so this
the key.
is designed to fit perfectly in your ear. So you've seen like foam earbuds, and those things are designed to get rid of all the sound. But this one, if you can see right in the middle, it actually has a little canal. That canal actually allows you to still hear, but you're hearing at a reduced level, at 22 decibels. So when you think about having a rock concert, we've all been to a loud concert before. If a concert's around 100 decibels, if you can now reduce that into the 70s, that's about as loud as you driving down the highway. So that's not very, you can hear the road noise at 65 miles an hour, but that's more manageable. And Callum's still able to experience it.
That's just it.
Safely experiencing it.
I was just thinking about the patrol people who have to stand in the streets and direct traffic, and they're hearing beeping and, honking, and like in New York, how the traffic is just nonstop. I think about people who need to try to fall asleep at night. Like you said, it's not like it prevents you from hearing something. If there was an emergency, you could still hear your fire alarm and things like that.
Right.
But to sleep soundly, I sure would have appreciated having these, because a lot of people live on busy streets in big cities, but the other events of day-to-day, not that a concert is a day-to-day event.
Well, even like a work environment.
Sure.
So a lot of us work in cubicles, and sometimes there's so much noise because everybody's on the phone, everybody's having a conversation. So you can just drown out some of that background noise.
Helps you focus a little bit more.
And our buyer, her husband, is a big snorer. I hope I'm not ruining it. But she wants to get him so she can reduce the noise from her husband as he's sleeping right there. And there are a lot of us who really have sound sensitivities. It's becoming something that we're all recognizing that the sound really impacts our life.
And once you've got damage, it's only going to get worse. You can't fix it. It doesn't, I hate to think of the day that you're going to have to start wearing hearing aids because of it.
We're getting there, definitely.
This is the little case that each set comes in, and you do get 2 separate boxes, 2 separate sets, and 2 separate neck cords, plus 1, 2, 3 different size tips. So they're going to fit you. Some people have smaller ear, canals than others, but this is the one that fits me the best. They really are.
It's a very soft too. It's a soft tip. It's not like it's hard plastic. It's designed to custom mold right to your ear. So as you use, and this is not a one and done. A lot of times when you buy earbuds, it's you use it once, you throw it away. This one, you can use it over and over and over again. It's okay. You can take a little swab to it and clean it off. If you get a little gunk on there, no problem. It's going to be safe to use.
Are you saying earwax?
Well, yeah, we all have earwax, and sometimes we have more than the
junk
others.
on there.
But you also have like the neck cord. So I've got them with me, and then when that opportunity comes, I can pop them in and I can safely take them out. And even though I've been talking to you for 10 minutes, do you guys realize I've got one in?
No.
It's right on the side of my ear. It's very discreet.
What about
Nobody even knows it at all.
Just thinking about my lawn guy.
Oh yeah,
and his wife.
You're hearing those motors. Oh, absolutely.
All day, just like, or people that are in that kind of business. What a great.
It's perfect.
Because those little foam ones, I've tried those because sometimes when I work late at night, I try to sleep during the day and the lawn people are out and the blowers and traffic and whatnot. The little foamy ones never stay in my ear.
No, they always pop out.
Always pop out.
And they're designed to completely reduce, get rid of all the sound.
And then you've got
to
throw them after a use or two because they kind of just don't ever come back to their own shape.
And this one still has that canal that's right in the middle. So it still allows you to hear. So even though this is on right now, it's actually allowing sound to go through the channel on the back side, and I can still hear, but at a safer level. Because a typical rock concert, typical loud environment is right around 100 decibels. This is going to reduce it by 22 decibels, so it makes it a more safe environment for you. And a lot of times, if you've been to those loud experiences, whether it's a movie theater, that happened to me recently, you're at a sporting event, it could be a loud work environment, you hear your ears are ringing, that ringing sound is letting you know you just caused permanent damage to your ears. There's no way to go back in time and fix that. But this, the Vibe team has designed this so you can still experience that sporting event. Could experience that recital for your grandkids. You can still experience that fitness level or that fitness class where the instructor is yelling at you, because it just reduces the amount of audio that's coming to your ears, making sure you don't cause that permanent damage.
And if you are a shift worker and you work the night shift and you sleep during the day, this would be really helpful, don't you think, to be able to just rest throughout the day, because there's nothing worse than broken sleep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We all live that life.
Oh, absolutely. You have crazy hours here too.
Yeah.
And the team here at Vibes, they're also doing a donation. Every single set of earbuds, it contributes to Hear the World Foundation. So they're not just trying to sell a product, they're also giving back to charities around the world that are helping with ear problems.
That's really a great point. $20 to get them home and try them. You get 2 separate boxes, 2 separate sets, 2 separate neck cords, and 3 different ear tips to be able to really custom the fit to you or to whomever you know is really going to benefit from these. The item is 665822. What a great idea this is.
Go to see a movie for the first time, you'll be blown away how much you enjoy it, because your ears aren't blown out.
Exactly.
So much better.
Thanks for bringing